Hi everyone, today is, sorry, I'm just checking the background here, and I've got papers all over the place. Today is Monday, October 15, and I just wanted to show you something. I've been actually reading this book called High on the Hog by Jessica B. Harris, and it actually talks, Jessica, I think it's B, and then Harris, she basically talks about the origins of, for example, African or black food, and looking at how to integrate sort of the impacts of slavery and colonization into the way that food sort of traveled from the African continent to other places in the world through something called the African diaspora. And I'm still going through the text. I'm on, I think chapter 2 now, or chapter 3, and it's a text that you have to feel, so, I'm taking notes or whatever. But the reason why I actually connected to that was because I wanted to find out ways to actually decolonize our nutrition. And I find that, for example, in urban communities, in particular in one demographic in Canada, which is one province to begin, what they do is they actually design communities where they place unhealthy food very within the way of persons who are economically displaced. And I find that very problematic because everyone should actually have access to the best food out there. So I've just been looking at ways to decolonize our nutrition. And the logic that's actually informing my position is that people should actually be eating according to their body system type. We actually come from a melanin system, and our system is built on many different elements, and melanin is very key. And it's very interesting actually looking at different types of data, speaking about melanin as just, something related to the color of the skin, but it's a lot more than just the color of the skin. So I've been looking at ways to actually decolonize our nutrition. And here's a guide that Canada provides. It's something called the Canada Food Guide. And I don't know if you can see that. And what's really interesting about this is that they have different versions of this, and I've actually ordered the First Nations version of the Canada Food Guide. And I want to see how they actually speak about Indigenous nutrition. So it's a good starting point because, for example, when I went to speak to someone about just getting some ideas around, designing nutrition that is actually based on a decolonized position, this particular person was another person from an ethnic community, and another person of color and female, and a lot of the stuff that she was presenting was to say just eat whatever, and that's quite problematic because we can't eat McDonald's, and we can't eat, she wasn't saying to eat McDonald's, but she was just saying, just eat whatever. And I found that incredibly problematic because you just don't eat whatever, because, for example, in her community, she just doesn't eat whatever. So, this is part of trying to understand how we can begin to look at multiple oppressions when it comes to interacting with different social systems. So this particular example is multiple oppressions as it exists in the Canadian infrastructure or the Canada context. But it's not only Canada, it's in relation to other diasporas, other countries around the world. So how can we actually begin to decolonize our nutrition? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. And thanks for watching.